What's up, everybody? Welcome back to day 3 of my 31 days of Planco, doing a Planco video every single day of the month of January. So for today's video, I'm going to show you something that I worked on a while back ago, all the way back in, I believe it was 2017, way back when Planet Coaster was still new. This was a competition that I had entered. So what you're seeing right now, this is the first park. This is what we were given to work with right here. The Family Fun Center. This was a competition done from Shy Guy's World. The park itself and everything around it was designed by JP Almighty, and the objective was we had like weekly things where I believe it was every week, we had to finish some kind of challenge, and I can't remember all of the specific challenges. I think the first one was something like clean up the park, redo the like mini golf course here. So we had to do that first, and then the next one I think was this building here to redo that, and then I think we were able to fix up some restaurants and some other stuff, I think was another part of it. And then we were given the parking lot to do whatever we want with, but the entire thing was we only had just basically what you see within these walls to work with. We couldn't do anything else, and it was kind of like building a budget kind of fun park. And so this was basically what we had to start with. So I'm going to switch views now, and we're going to show you what I ended up finishing up. Alright, so you've seen what we had to start with. Now we're going to see what the finished product looks like. So I did Action Speed Zone and the Lost City Adventure Golf. So we even have a little coaster over here, as you can see. That was one of the challenges, was we had the ability to build a coaster if we wanted. But I cleaned up this little park that we started out with, and this is what we ended up getting. I'm going to take you guys on a little tour here of this, because there's a couple of videos on my channel, like just real quick kind of trailers and stuff that I did that was part of the competition. But I've never really shown this off except maybe on Twitch. So this is what we're going to do today, is just kind of show you this tiny little park that I did here for the competition. This is actually also the very first time I made my arcades. So all the arcades and stuff that people kind of know that I've done, these were all made for this specific park. The pinball machines, everything, which are mostly used in Crystal Gardens. Some of the more famous Planco creators out there have used these. Some people you may know, which I kind of wish they hadn't, but others I'm fine with. But yeah, so that's where the first time these were ever created right here. The Pac-Man, the Asteroids arcade machines, the pinball machines over here. All of this was made for this arcade right here in this park. So Mortal Kombat, NBA Jam, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. These are all on the workshop. If you are friends with me, you'll be able to grab those on the workshop. Got to make sure you get the images as well, otherwise it doesn't work. Alright, and yeah, so like I said, the first thing we had to do was clean up the park and then work on the new miniature golf course. So I decided to go with an adventure golf course. This was designed after there was an adventure like mini golf in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, that up in the Smoky Mountains that I used to love playing. It was like this indoor miniature golf course. It was so much fun, and when I wanted to do a mini golf course, that was the first thing I thought of. So I decorated it up as kind of this like Indiana Jones golf, basically. So, you know, as you can see here, I did like this little temple scene to start it off, and then down through here we got some nice waterfalls and a shipwreck over there. Going through here, we go through this this volcano tunnel here. In we go. Down through here, and then got the animatronic snakes over here, which I thought I turned the animatronic snakes off, but yeah, whatever. And turn that off there. Up these little ramps over here into the next section here, and this be here. It's basically, I think, 9 holes of miniature golf is what it is. So this was probably one of my favorite little things right here that I did. So danger, quicksand, and you can see like just a hat and arm coming out of the sand right there, which I thought was kind of funny. It was a very, very overlooked little detail in this park when I was getting judged for it. So then we have this one here and over to here. And finally over to this one. I like this idea here, the moving one, where you gotta like fire it through the hole with the moving thing. But yeah, again, that was completely, you know, it was kind of inspired by this indoor golf course, a mini golf course in Smoky Mountains. So the next thing I believe was to fix up the restaurants. So that's what I did over here. So I decided to go, since the big thing here was the mini golf and the go-kart racers, I decided to play into mostly the go-kart tracks and stuff is what I decided to play with most. So I have the pit stop food and drink over here. All right, and then also we were able to add, we could redo this building and do something with it. So I redid all of this building and added the Dodgem cars here, which was, I love this. This is, I really love this tiny little park that I did. And that's why I chose this to show off today for you here. So I know some of you guys out there are probably wondering, you know, like, I mean, I know it's 31 days of Planco and you're doing like 31 days of different Planet Coaster stuff. And I know you're thinking, well, yeah, but I mean, these are just so short and you're not really doing anything. I will, once I get a day off of work, which I've got like 3 days coming up here. So I'm going to start giving you guys some, like, a few better ones. But, you know, like I said, 31 days, I have to do a video every single day. I don't have a whole lot of time to work with, so some days I can only do so much. And that's why I'm doing these right now, just kind of showing off these little things here, like things that, you know, you guys probably haven't seen from me before, anything like that, just going back and doing some joys. So some of these might just be like, hey, we haven't seen this park in a while. Let's go take a tour of this park again or something like that. Like I may do another tour of Crystal Gardens here because, I mean, I've got all new video cards, all new computer equipment, things running better. So we may kind of go back to that. We might revisit Whitaker Lake Park, one of my first parks I ever did on YouTube in Planet Coaster. Vista View. I mean, you know, all kinds of stuff we'll probably get into. It just depends, you know, it's all time limited, and sometimes I don't have the time for, like, once I get home, eat dinner, I don't have the time to go in and do something like huge. So that's why a couple of these videos so far, we're starting off slow, but stick with me. We're going to see some good stuff. Now, one of the cool things here is I did a custom tunnel on this coaster here, as you can see there. That took me a little bit to do, as well as I had to put all these lights, like one light at a time, and I put it all over the coaster. So it looks really good at like basically at night. And then we have the entrance down here with some more little restaurants. We got restrooms back here. And then we're going to come over here. And I have this was the last piece. We could do like one more thing on it to finish the park up. So I decided to do a super loop, a Larson looper. And again, fitting in with the race car theme of this little park here. I decided to call it Octane. There we go, kind of like this. Octane may come back possibly in Silverwood, because I'm doing this like a 1950s car kind of thing, like a hot rod Cruiserville kind of thing over there in that. So that might come back. Now, the go-kart track was originally already in the park, so I didn't do a whole lot with it other than just change up some scenery, add some few things. I redid the entrance and stuff for it, as you can see here. And then the volcano, which is also part of the golf course over here, also goes through that as well. Go-karts are something you don't see a lot of in the theme parks and stuff. Like when people do theme parks and stuff now, like on Planet Coaster, not a whole lot of people work with the go-karts. Maybe we should kind of get into some go-kart. Ooh, you know what? What if we built a go-kart park? Like, whenever I used to go to Gatlinburg all the time, they had parks like these little mini entertainment fun centers like this just everywhere. Maybe that would be kind of fun to do, like a go-kart park. Oh, there's a thought. Maybe we might do that. But anyway, yeah. But I gotta say, the coaster turned out really well, and everything turned out really well, really, in this. But the arcades were the first time I'd ever done the arcades, and this was also where I did this at here, which I love the signage, and I love this building. I love everything about it. It's so good. And some of you guys may actually recognize this from when my last video yesterday, when I was doing the station for our coaster. I kind of was using a little bit of this idea here for it. So yeah, basically that station was inspired by this Dodgems that I did here. I'm pretty sure you can also grab this Dodgems on my workshop as well. If you guys are wondering why you can't see anything from my workshop on the Steam workshop, it's because you have to be a friend of mine. My workshop is friends only, so you have to send me a friend request, and I don't acknowledge anybody. You have to tell me who you are before I will let you join. It's as plain and simple as that. So, but I did lots of custom little things here in this, and I really wanted to show this off. Let's head into night, because I want to show this off at night too. So there we go. Jump into this. Go to AM, and you can see the lighting on the coaster and the lighting on the arcade and everything. There we go. Let me turn that off there. I did only do one side of the coaster over here on this side, facing the inner side of the park here. I wasn't able to light up the other side, so it didn't get finished. Ironically, I finished 3rd place in this contest, by the way. Everybody else had dropped out, including the person who got 2nd place dropped out. Or was it 1st place? I can't remember if it was the 1st place winner or the 2nd place winner. They actually dropped out, and it wasn't even a finished park, and they still beat me. So I feel that was a little rigged, but whatever. It's fine. I did it just basically for the challenge and to give me something to do and to have fun with it. And that's what it did, and I stuck with it through all the way to the end. And I was really happy with what I got. Whether or not I won or not doesn't really bother me, because I'm happy with the results and everything. And I got a lot of experience out of working on this tiny little park, and this was just a whole lot of fun to do. So even the volcano lights up at night too. But yeah, so like I said, we've never really explored this. Like there was only I did 2 little small videos for the contest that I had to do to show off something, like whatever the weekly challenge was. So I had to do a couple little videos on that, but that's the only other videos of this entire park that's on my channel. So I thought, you know what? Let's do this one. Let's show this one in tonight's video. So day 3, 31 days of Planco here in the Action Zone Speed Park. What do you guys think? Do you love this? I personally thought this was a fantastic little tiny park, and I love this to death. It's so small and simple, and it looks fantastic. I love the theming to it, everything. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you like this? Should I make a go-kart park? What do you guys think? Again, let me know in the comments down below. That's going to do it for this episode. Day 3, 31 days of Planco. I will see you with day 4 coming up. And until then, wherever you guys are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.